and welcome to the South Central Wrestling. This is going to be our April event. Last month we had some fantastic matches, so we're going to take a look at those right now and get started with tonight right afterwards.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please welcome my special guest, Carl Mayhem. Carl's gonna jump right into it. While we've seen what many would call questionable, but nonetheless a lot of success here as of recent at SCW, tell me, how is the talent agency doing since the loss of Drayshawn Prince?
The loss of who?
Drayshawn Prince.
I don't have time for you made up people. We don't care about who left. Who's he beating? Who is he beating? He beat your sister last time we were here, as far as I know. And then he beat a newcomer tonight. So am I supposed to be scared of him? Ooh. I'm shaking in my cowboy boots. I don't wear cowboy boots.
So let me ask you this then, let's move on from that. Last month we saw Kyle Love in action. Shortly after his match, we saw you and Kyle Love walking to the back, and there were some that seen both of y'all talking in the back locker rooms after the match. Can you give us some insight as to what was discussed between you two?
It's between me and him. But in this business, sport, when you are a new kid, you need somebody to have that door open. You come in and talk to them. You need that wisdom people like me have. And he needs to grow a bit of a backbone. He doesn't have his voice. He needs a man like me to speak for him. And that's where I come in. These young guys need people like me. Not people like the commissioner. Read a full of baloney. I am the greatest manager ever in this sport. I've taken 2 men to their first titles and 2 men to their second. Of course he wants to be with us. He can be a champ with me.
Now, surely we all know that you can't really care about your talent. It really just comes down to who they need and if their check cashes, right?
Well, that helps. But what was the question? I don't remember the question.
That you don't really care about your talent. It just matters if their check cashes at the end of the day.
I care about my job. Now, when you have somebody like that, your buddy, Rance, when you have a diva boy like that, that wants a big bowl of M&M, his favorite color, pink, and all the M's have to be the same way. If one was out of it, he'd throw it. Of course I care about my talent. I just don't care about moron talent like that. My talent gets the best things all the time.
Speaking about your talent, let's focus on tonight. One of your talent and members of the talent agency, the current SCW Cruiserweight champion, Twain, looking to face off with the title on the line against the storybook prince, Gaston. Any worries about facing off against Gaston tonight?
Are we in the USA? Where's all these princes and teams coming from? I'm in the USA. Give me a real person. Gaston? Where'd he come from?
He's from a land.
I don't care.
Ladies and gentlemen, my guest, Carl Mayhem.
competitor Kyle Love seems to be ready. And now we have Rich Rockwell waiting to introduce us to both our competitors officially. I'm going to send it over to him.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest has a time limit of 30 minutes. It is brought to you by the Burger Chef Mike Dampier, and it is your co-main event of the evening. Introducing first, in the red corner, weighing in at 210 pounds, standing at 6 feet 2 inches tall, from the heart of Arkansas, Kyle Love!
Oh, and Kyle is definitely getting the crowd hyped up, as is Carl.
And in the blue corner, weighing in at 185 pounds, standing at 5 feet 5 inches tall, from Washington, D.C., the strong style cinephile, Sebastion Envi!
And the crowd seems to
Your
be
official
showing
for this
love
match
to
is
both
Jeremy.
competitors right now. All right. The ref is talking to both of our competitors. We are awaiting Carl's exit from the ring. Kyle is stretching, getting loosened up, and here comes Sebastion. All right. The ref is talking to them, getting some things squared away, obviously. And we are now underway with the match between Kyle Love and Sebastion Envi. Okay, Carl is trying to talk to Sebastion. Kyle is talking to the crowd. We are going to see what is going to happen. All right, Love and Envi, here we go. They are now, whoa, Envi has Love in a hold. Let's see what Envi is going to do. Love now on the mat. Envi taking control, and we will see what happens. Envi not giving up, and now we're rolling across the mat with Envi and Love. Let's see how this is going to play out right now. Who is going to dominate the other one with that? Envi continuing to take control of Love. Now he's off of Love, and Love looking quite confused about what Envi is going to do next. Love trying to get some advice from Carl, but not really seeing if that's going to make a difference or not. They are both now walking in the circle around each other. Let's see what, and now they're back in a lock with each other. Now Love has control of Envi, and now he's not in control anymore. Envi has control of Love, got that wrist and that hand, and Love is not knowing what to do. He is trying everything he can think of, and yet Envi is up. Love now took over Envi, slammed Envi into the mat. Let's see what is going to happen. Love fully control over Envi. Envi looks to be hurting right now, and Love in full control, getting Envi to do whatever he wants. Here we go. Okay, now Love backs up, ref intervenes, and Envi is on the rope. Let's see what is going to happen next. All right, Love waiting for Envi. Envi up now, walking around. Let's see what's going to be Envi's next move. Here we go. Envi up, Love up. They're both up, and Envi kicks Love, and he hits Love in the head. Envi hits Love in the head. Now he's got Love back up, and he's going to Envi is going to put Love in the corner. Okay, and now Envi is hitting Love in the stomach repeatedly. Okay, and Love is just sitting there in the corner. Carl is not happy about what Envi just did to Love, and Envi continues to take control of Love in one of the ropes, but oh no, Love takes Envi down. Now they're both down on the mat, kind of having a gonna struggle. Oh, now Love got Envy and puts Envy over him and into the mat. And Love is not gonna be able to take control over Envy right now. Okay, now here we go again. They've both got wrapped up. Love has Envy, spins him up and slams him down. They both land on the mat. Both kind of a little rattled from it, but doesn't seem to be affecting Love very much as Love continues to dominate Envy. And here we go. Okay. All right. And Carl is having a talk with one of his talents right now. That would be Love. And while he does, Envy comes up and just starts to hit and kick him and take over Love. Currently has his foot on Love, and Love is not knowing what to do. Love clearly hurt right now, and Envy is just taking over. Slams him while he's still repeatedly. Oh, another. That's the third slam on the mat. Oh, he faked him out. Thought he was going to fully slam on him, but then he just smacks him in the face. And Love is not knowing what to do. He seems pretty tired. Envy has his foot. I can't tell if that's on his chest or on. Oh, nope, that was on the neck, ladies and gentlemen. And Carl was trying to come to his rescue. All right, now Envy checking his playbook script, and Love still not back up on his feet until now, and Envy puts him into the corner. Envy pulling him out, slamming him into the other corner, and Love has really no reaction. Oh, until he moves and lets Envy slam right in that corner, and Love tries to take control on the mat, pushing Love into it. Oh, and then Envy has a jump kick up into Love's chest, and Envy tries to again take over Love. Love seeming kind of tired, Envy not seeming as energetic as he has been earlier in this match, and now he's really dominating on Love. Let's see what's gonna happen. And Envy goes, no, I'm not going to have it in that way. Okay, now he's going to grab Love. Envy, and then Envy kicks Love in the back while Envy is still down. Oh, Love does not know what he is doing, and Envy is just taking full control. Carl is clearly not happy, and Envy just struck Love in the back several times. Now he's going to pick up his leg. Love trying to fight out of it, but Envy picks Love up and slams him down. Oh my. And now Envy still trying to end this match. Love is still staying down on that mat. Carl trying to be as positive as he can. The ref even having to get on to Carl, and now Envy did a roll and then a jump and lands back on Kyle Love. Okay, now Envy and Love up. Envy is just repeatedly hitting Love in the chest. Now he has him by the back and struck him in the face. Oh, now Envy had Carl mess with him on the outside of the ring, and there's an argument between Carl and Sebastion. And now Love does a jump and a straight kick to Envy's chest, and Envy is down. Kyle somehow regaining some energy on what he's doing. Okay, now we have Carl giving Love advice. Don't know if Love is actually going to take the advice, but Carl's trying, and Envy shows that he is not going to stay down. Now Envi hits Love in the back. Envi going for another strike on Love and puts Love into the very top of one of the corners, and now continuing to hit Love in the stomach. Envi is taking control. Envi walks back to another corner, maybe giving Love a little rest. No, he runs and hits Envi, hits Love again in the chest. All right, now Envi has Love. Oh, was he going to do a drop? We can't tell because Love starts wrapping his leg around Envy's neck. Now he's got his arms wrapped around. Oh, and Envi just slammed Love down on the mat. And we are continuing to go. Both of our competitors are doing so well. Even though now Envi is showing Love. That's not how he has it in his script. Love is literally being forced to look at Envy's playbook, and now Envi is hitting Love in the head repeatedly with his foot, kicking him. Now Now Love is getting punched in the head repeatedly by Envi. Envi not backing down. Envi just continuing to just pummel Love. Love not being able to react. Envi continuing to hit Love. Ref now having to get on to Carl. Carl's so upset. Carl trying to help. Now Love finally able to strike back on Envi. Okay, Envi didn't see that coming. Envi trying to figure out what's going on. Love looking like he's having a second wind. Love is taking advantage of Envi while Carl Mayhem is choking the ref. And now Carl got knocked off the ropes, and Love and Envi both are wrestling with each other. Both seem to have second wins. Love and Envi. Can't really tell who's dominating the other one, but they are both showing so much. And it's over.
The strong style cinephile, Sebastion!
And your victor is Sebastion Envi. We are awaiting our last two competitors. Again, that's going to be Gaston versus Twain. And we will see just who the victor of this match is going to be. Both of them, again, highly skilled competitors. So it's going to be anybody's match in this. And we will see exactly what kind of energy they're going to be bringing, exactly what as they both enter the ring, as they both enter the ring. And our very first competitor of this last match the Twain Train. Oh, and Gaston comes out with no notice at all. Gaston with that chair. Gaston gets Carl too. Both Twain and Carl are down. Gaston even again on Carl. Now Gaston is over above Twain, and he is about to just let Twain have it. right there outside the ring. He slaps Troy Train in the face, and Gaston is not letting up. Gaston already taking control of this match. Again, Gaston hits Troy Train in the face and really just takes him down. Gaston being the dominant one right now. Troy Train on the floor trying to defend himself, while we also have his manager, Carl, who is still not even up off the floor. Oh, and Gaston just slammed Troy Train's head into the mat while outside the ring. The ref trying to get both of our competitors into the ring, but Gaston is ignoring him. He's now got Troy Train in a hold, and he's leading him around the ring. Now he's slapped Troy Train, and he is just in taking full control of Troy Train. Gaston not even minding. Oh, Gaston just put Troy into the pole. Troy having such a difficult time. Oh, now Gaston just is using his foot to continue to keep Troy Train down. Now he's got Troy up. Oh, he's put Troy in the ring, and Troy seems confused. He seems to be hurting from that surprise attack with a chair. Carl still dazed as well. Carl still hasn't even gotten up off the floor. And now Troy still seeming just as dazed and confused with this. Troy jumps right into the corner, and Gaston says, nope, and I'm going to take you down, causing him to hit that mat and really be in another daze. Gaston does not seem to be losing any kind of win, jumps off and hits him again from that very top rope, and the ref doesn't know what to think. I don't think Troy Train knows what to think, but Gaston seems to be in full control of this match right now, not even letting down any type of ability to try to check on how Troy Train or Carl Mayhem is doing. He is fully enjoying all of the issues that he has caused for both of them to his advantage. Now Gaston has been hit by Troy, maybe dazed him a little bit, and now Troy is trying to use that daze to his advantage. Troy now slams Gaston down. Carl seems to be regaining a little bit. Maybe Carl will be able to help Troy Train. Here we go. Now both competitors, Troy Train and Gaston, seem to have hurt each other a little bit, and now Troy Train has taken Gaston down on the mat, and they are both now struggling. Troy Train and Gaston are now struggling to get up. You can tell that they are both feeling the impact, and now Troy rushes to Gaston and has hit him several times. Is he going to hit him again? No, he's going to pull Gaston into the other corner and slam him, and now literally slams Troy Train's body into Gaston, and now Troy rolls, and he goes back and slams Gaston into Gaston's stomach using Troy's head, and now Troy's knee into Gaston's stomach. He's saying, no, Gaston, get back in that corner, I'm not done with you. Slams him down with his arm, and now Gaston and Troy Train have exchanged places. All right, Gaston says, no, Troy, I'm not done. Here we go. Both of our competitors moving slow. Okay, Troy getting a little bit more on his energy, decided to take off his shirt to give him maybe a little bit more ability to move, and now Troy Train is was hitting Gaston, but now Gaston is returning those hits that Troy Train just decided to put on him. And Gaston put Troy into the mat, holding up Troy's leg. Troy says, no, the train is not pulling into the station yet. Okay, here we go again. Troy on the ground. Gaston still in control again. Now Gaston slams Troy back down onto the mat, has him in a hold, but yet it's not enough to take down the train. The ref and Troy and Gaston got full control over Troy. Here we go. Troy hitting Gaston, even though Gaston's trying to be the one in control. Troy taking over, continuing to hit Gaston. Oh, slams Gaston down onto the mat. Troy keeping, no, that's not the way that it's going to happen. Both Troy and Gaston still hurting from their earlier hits on each other. Gaston seeming to be the one dazed now. But oh, Troy just hit twice Gaston in the chest and stomach. He's continuing to hit him so hard with his foot. And now Troy seems to be a little dazed, but he goes back to Gaston. And he now has Gaston. What is he going to do to Gaston? Oh, he's going to roll Gaston. Troy rolls Gaston, but yet Troy seemed to be feeling some pain from that. Here he goes. And Troy has Gaston. Gaston says no. Here we go. All right, both of our competitors slowly getting up. Troy and Gaston pretty much moving the same speed. They're now Troy and Gaston now in respective corners, but Troy seems to still have a little bit more energy left in him than Gaston, unless Gaston is faking, and Troy goes to take Gaston down. Gaston does a move that shows him that Gaston is not done, and Troy does not know how to get out of this. So we are seeing a move right now that neither Troy knows what to do, and Gaston has put himself into an interesting position, and Carl is trying to advise on how to go from here. Gaston not letting up, and the ref doing what he can to make Carl go away, and both of them now have let go of each other. We will see where it goes from here. Both Troy Train and Gaston seem to be continuing to lose some energy. Will either one of them get a second wind and end this match victorious? It seems that Gaston now decided he's hitting Troy Train in the corner. Yes, Troy just got slammed by Gaston. Gaston just hit the ropes and hit Troy Train again. Gaston now seems to have taken, nope, that's not, and Gaston seems to be getting frustrated even with Carl's assistance. Gaston's having words with management, and Carl is not thrilled with his talent acting that way. Troy still on the ground, and Gaston picking up and slams Troy into the mat. Troy not being able to do very much. Gaston getting up on the rope, currently just sitting there and just told Carl to put the chair down. Gaston jumps, hits Troy, and pins. So now Carl entering the ring. Carl having words with the ref. Carl does not need to be in the ring right now. Gaston can handle his own, yet Carl thinks this could be a tag team. Not gonna happen. Now Carl out of the ring, puts the chair down. Gaston can go back to taking care. Oh, and as Gaston tries to take advantage of Troy gives the choo-choo signal. Troy does a little bit, yet Gaston says, that's not gonna work. Nope. Carl back in the ring. Gaston getting very frustrated, not knowing what is going on. Gaston trying to get the victory here. Troy Train still saying the train is not ready to be at the station. Carl signaling with the chair. Gaston gets up, walks over to Carl and the ref. Carl holding up the chair. Ref saying no, that's not going to happen. Troy making way to the corner, and Gaston comes at Troy's back with Gaston's arm. The ref and Gaston just continuing to kick him. All right, Gaston continuing to dominate over Troy Train. Picks Troy Train up, slams Troy into the mat. Gaston continuing to be the victorious one. Now Gaston has Troy in a hold. Here they go. Both of Troy Train and the one and only Gaston. Carl not knowing what to do. Carl trying to attempt to get back in the ring. Gaston making it quite clear Gaston knows what Gaston is doing. Carl, seeming upset, just sits right outside the ring. Gaston knows that Gaston doesn't need Carl. Troy trying to get up. Troy trying, and now Gaston hits Troy in the face. Troy saying, come on, and so Gaston does. Gaston continues, puts Troy in a corner, and hits Troy in the face. Now Troy on the ground, Gaston continuing to show that Gaston has the energy of the two of them. Here we go, continuing. Troy looks to be losing energy. Gaston talking to the crowd, being taunted by the crowd. And now Gaston has again control over Troy and puts Troy into the mat. Troy seems hurt, or is it an act? Oh, Gaston asking Troy about hurting. We don't really hear a response from Troy verbally, yet Troy is not backing down. And yet they continue to hit. Gaston hit Troy down. Gaston up, Troy not knowing, Troy trying. Troy still seems to be dazed. Troy, at this point, pleading with Gaston. Gaston not showing mercy, and yet Troy starts hitting out of nowhere with an energy and is wailing on Gaston. Troy now has that second wind. Troy still kind of hurting, but Troy showing Gaston that Troy is still going. Here we go. Troy and Gaston in the corner. Troy dominating Gaston. How is this going to go? And both of them slam down on the mat. That affects both of them. They are both currently lying there. How is this going to go? Both competitors on their back. Troy, Twain, and Gaston both still down on the mat. Troy reaching for the ropes. Gaston reaching for the ropes. Troy slowly getting up. Continuing slowly. Troy and Gaston. Who will be up first? Both now on their feet. Troy slaps Gaston in the face. Gaston kicks Troy. Troy returns it with another slap, and Gaston answers that with another slap. Both of the competitors just going at each other the best that they can, even though the energy from both of them is not what it was at the beginning of this match. Oh, now Gaston slams into Troy and continues to slam into Troy. Let's see. And Gaston is slammed into the mat by Gaston. Okay, both of our competitors, Troy, Twain, and Gaston, definitely seem to be hurting. And again, Carl makes into the ring. Carl holding the chair, looks at the ref, and Gaston kicks Carl, hits Carl in the head with the chair. Carl down. Gaston really making a point now with Carl that, oh, now he also used the chair. Gaston used the chair. And that has been called.
Here is your winner via disqualification.
We have had a disqualification, ladies and gentlemen. Gaston has been disqualified because of his actions towards not only his management, but also his competitor, Troy Twain. Gaston seems upset and confused. He has now rolled his way out of the ring and is walking around. Carl Mayhem still laying down, doesn't know what has happened, as well as Troy Twain definitely experiencing some pain from that last hit from Gaston. And so we are needing assistance we need somebody to check on Troy to assist him if he is actually okay. Both Troy and Carl have not made it up. They are both still to decide what is going on. We have both Troy being assisted by his fellow competitors. And now the ref has come over to get the belt for Troy, handing the belt to Troy. And the ref is trying to help Troy hoist it up victoriously. Troy can't even stay on his feet. He is trying, but yet you can tell he was hit so hard that Troy just wants to get out of the ring. Kyle Love helping Carl Mayhem to the locker room, and you have Adam Shepard, who assists with Troy Train posting that belt up. He's giving the thumbs up. We know he's okay. We know that he is okay, and they are all back in the locker room.